I have a text message between 6:30 and 7:30 from her if she wants to do business or wants to get together or whatever, and I had signed up a new promoter over the weekend, so we had plans to go to lunch with her at 1:30, and I woke up at like 7:45 that morning and I didn't hear anything from her. I thought it was odd, but I knew we were both tired, so I rolled over and went back to sleep, and then I woke up and I still hadn't heard anything from her, so I texted her. Like I said, I can show you the text.
Yeah.
I should just skim through. She's usually on the top. I texted her on yesterday morning at 8:43 a.m. asking her, how are you?
8:43?
Yeah. And then I texted again at 8:55 and said, just wanted to see if you were okay. I know you're hurting a lot last night. I hope you're okay. She's 15 weeks pregnant and she was having a lot of migraines over the weekend. And she was tired. She wasn't eating because of what was going on. Like, we were pushing food on her and water because she was dehydrated and not eating like she normally does. And I presumed it had to do with what was going on with Chris. So.
Alright, hang on, let me catch up with you real quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, so migraines. Let me make a few notes so we can come back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got only part of the story, so I may not be able.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I can
totally
go back to your
here.
questions
Okay.
again when I jump back.
Okay, let me go back to the beige purse real
Okay.
quick. So that was the beige purse that she took with her on the trip, and it was in the office.
Yes.
Where you found it. Okay.
Yes.
Is that an unusual place for that to be?
I mean, no. I mean, I don't pay attention to where Shanann puts her purse or whatever, so no, I don't think so, but usually she has it on the counter when I'm there because we're getting ready to leave, so
Okay.
I don't know.
So did you move it at all, or did you just leave it where it was?
I told them I found it, and then they asked me to get it, the police officer did, and Chris, so I went and grabbed it, and I gave it to Chris. I didn't go through it. I gave it to him and let him go through it.
All right. Okay, let's go. So I'll let you tell me your story,
Okay.
and then we'll go back through and I'll ask you questions after
Okay.
that. Okay.
So
let's start with, you go to the conference and
we came home.
came home.
We came home.
What time did you come home? Let's start with that.
So our flight was delayed. We were supposed to fly out at 8:45, I believe. I'd have to look at the boarding pass, and get here at 11:25. And our flight got delayed, and we didn't actually take off. I want to say it was 10:20 is when we boarded the plane, and we didn't get here until 12:45 in the morning.
12:45. Okay.
And then I dropped her off between, I thought it was around 1:45 because I got home a little after 2. But the neighbor's security system has me dropping her off at 1:48.
If you believe every victim deserves to be remembered and every truth deserves to be told, subscribe to The Crime Narrator. These stories live on because you're here to hear them.
On the morning of August 13, 2018, something didn't feel right to Nickole Atkinson. Just hours earlier, she had dropped off her close friend, Shanann Watts, at her home after a late-night business trip. It had been a long flight back, and Shannon looked exhausted, but everything seemed normal at the time. Friends helping friends, that was the kind of relationship they had. But by the next morning, that normal feeling was gone. Nickole tried to reach Shannon several times. First, it was a text message, then another. When there was still no response, she tried calling. The phone rang, but there was no answer. At first, she thought maybe Shannon was simply sleeping after the tiring trip. But as the hours passed, Nickole's concern began to grow. Something about the silence didn't sit right with her. Shannon wasn't the type of person who would just disappear from her phone, especially not without checking in with friends or family. She was active, responsive, and always connected. Nickole's instincts kept whispering the same message. Something was wrong. She tried reaching Shannon again, still nothing. By now, the uneasiness had turned into real worry. Nickole began thinking about Shannon's upcoming doctor's appointment, one she knew Shannon would never intentionally miss. That was the moment when her gut feeling became impossible to ignore. Instead of waiting or assuming everything was fine, Nickole made a decision that would soon place her at the center of one of the most shocking cases involving Chris Watts. She decided to go to Shannon's house and check on her herself. What Nickole discovered that day would set off a chain of events that changed everything. If you want to hear what happened when Nickole arrived at the house, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. When Nickole Atkinson arrived outside the home of Shanann Watts, the uneasy feeling in her chest only grew stronger. She had hoped that maybe Shannon had simply overslept or forgotten to answer her phone. But the quiet house in front of her made the situation feel different. Nickole walked up to the front door and knocked. No answer. She knocked again, a little louder this time, hoping to hear footsteps or a voice from inside. Still nothing.
Hi.
Here, Nickole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend,
All right.
and I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls, and she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant. Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are right in the front door.
The house remained silent. Her mind started racing. Shannon had a doctor's appointment that day, something she had talked about before the trip. Missing it without explanation wasn't like her at all. Nickole also knew Shannon's car should be there if she was home. Then she saw it. The car was still in the driveway. That's when the worry turned into something deeper. If Shannon's car was there, where was she? Why wasn't she answering the door or her phone? Nickole tried calling again. She sent another message. Still no response. Realizing something might truly be wrong, Nickole decided to call Chris Watts. She hoped he might know where Shannon was or be able to help figure out what was happening. Chris answered, but according to Nickole later, the conversation didn't bring much clarity. He told her that Shannon might have taken the kids somewhere with a friend. But Nickole wasn't convinced. Her instincts kept telling her something didn't add up. The car was still there. Shannon's phone wasn't being answered, and the silence from inside the house felt heavier by the minute. That was when Nickole made another decision, one that would soon bring law enforcement to the scene and begin unraveling a mystery that would shock the entire country. Standing outside the quiet house, Nickole Atkinson knew she couldn't ignore the feeling any longer. Something was seriously wrong, and waiting around hopping for an explanation didn't seem like the right thing to do. Her instincts had been warning her all morning. The car belonging to Shanann Watts was still parked in the driveway. Her phone calls had gone unanswered for hours. The front door remained closed, and the house felt strangely silent.
This is her parents.
Frank, what's the key code of the garage? Shanny's house. The cops are there.
Well, I can't go in, but if they allow you to go in, I have to have the property owner's permission to enter.
Something's going on.
Okay. Well, he's the property
Well,
owner.
Chris told me Shannon was at her girlfriend's house.
Do we know who that is?
Do we know who?
Or phone number?
He didn't say.
When did he tell you that?
He needs Chris's acting funny. I don't get it. What'd he say?
He told me that Shanann didn't take the girls to school this morning because she was going to go on a play date, but her car's here.
Nickole thought about Shannon's 2 daughters. If Shannon had gone somewhere, the children would normally be with her. But if the car was still there, where could they be? The more she thought about it, the more the situation didn't make sense. At that point, Nickole decided she needed help. She contacted local authorities and requested a welfare check at the home. When officers arrived, Nickole explained everything she knew: the late-night airport drop-off, the missed doctor's appointment, the unanswered calls, and the car still sitting outside. Soon after, Chris Watts arrived at the house as well. As everyone gathered outside, the tension in the air was impossible to ignore. Neighbors watched quietly, unsure of what was happening, but sensing that something unusual was unfolding.
Nikki.
I'm here. Hang on.
Yeah, get me on the phone.
Okay, get Matt.
Scott, how you doing?
How's it going?
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive? Okay.
Get in the fucking house.
Well, my car drove away from here at 1:48 in the morning.
That's me.
Is
that you at
Yeah.
1:48?
The neighbors went and checked his camera and they said that a white car drove away at 1. It was me though. That was me. I dropped her off.
That was the last action on my camera.
Okay. That's throughout the whole day, or?
Besides Chris leaving?
Well, yeah.
Nikki's got me on the
I was at night.
What about the, is there any way you can look for the day? During the daytime?
What? Frantic. The girls' car seats are in the car too. So if she left with the friend, she would have took the car seats.
I can go look if he doesn't find her.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Huh? Chris is in the house.
Mind if I come in, Chris? Okay.
Get Madison next time.
You checked upstairs? She's not there? I just want to make sure she's not passed out somewhere. Is she diabetic?
With permission, officers began looking around the property. Chris opened the door and allowed them inside the house. What they found inside only deepened the mystery. Shannon's purse was still there. Her phone was inside the home. Important belongings that she would normally never leave behind were sitting exactly where they had been the night before. For Nickole, this confirmed what her instincts had been telling her all day. Something wasn't right. And as investigators began asking more questions, the story that Chris Watts told would soon face serious scrutiny. As officers moved through the home, the atmosphere grew heavier with every passing minute. What started as a simple welfare check was quickly turning into something far more serious. Nickole Atkinson stood nearby, watching as investigators carefully looked around the house belonging to Chris Watts and Shanann Watts.
Does she work?
Yeah, she works from home.
Oh, from home?
She works, this is her lifeline. So yeah, that thing turns back on, it's gonna start blowing up. Oh yeah, trust me.
It was shut down?
She's in the fly room. Well, it was originally under the pillow on the couch. You know where passcode?
I don't know her passcode.
It used to be 2385, but now it's 6 digits.
It's the baby's due date.
1/31/8/19. About to roll up.
What does she do for work?
She works at a direct sales company called Drive.
often does her blood sugar drop low?
Cassie, her friend in Arizona, said that that's the first time that's ever happened.
She normally has migraines, like a while ago, but she had them a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
And Cassie's a nurse, so she figured it was because her blood pressure sugar was dropping.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't eating her normal that she normally eats. Like she takes a couple bites and said she was full.
Okay.
And she takes.
She doesn't ever black out or have
No,
seizures or anything like
No,
that?
I mean, a long time ago. She got in a car wreck, and I believe that's what happened. But Imitrex is something she takes for migraine. She took more Imitrex this last month than she ever had before, but that's just because she was in North Carolina with the humidity and everything like that. She was there for 6 weeks, and we got back Monday or Tuesday, and then she flew out to Arizona Friday morning, and then she got back last night about 2 a.m. The flight got delayed. She left about 11. She got here at 2.
Okay.
And I went to work this morning about 5:15, 5:30.
What do you do?
I work at oil and gas in Anadarko.
What do you do for them?
Operator.
Oh. Long days then?
Yeah, I definitely still be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a long day, especially in that heat. There's no like off text messages unless
Can you look at your camera to see from your security system to see when she left?
it's unless they left out the front door.
Because you told me that she went on a play date with the girls, and then
That's what she told me.
Addie said you told her that
Yeah, she went with some friends she went to go to a friend's house with the kids. That's why I knew they weren't at school.
Addie said you told her that she left in the middle of the night.
Oh no, she didn't leave in the middle of the night, no.
Yeah.
Where do your kids go to school at?
Primrose in Vista Ridge.
Daniel said talk to you.
Okay. Hey. Yeah. No. Yeah, she said she was at her friend's house. That's what she told me she was going to do.
Nickole.
I have no clue at whatsoever why she wouldn't take her cell phone. No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
She hoped desperately that there would be a simple explanation, something that would make the growing fear disappear. But the clues inside the house told a different story. Shannon's purse was still sitting inside. Her phone had been found. Even her medication remained in the home, items that she would almost certainly have taken with her if she had planned to leave for any period of time. To the officers, these details were important. People don't usually leave behind essential belongings if they plan to go somewhere for long. The situation was beginning to raise more questions than answers. Meanwhile, Chris Watts tried to explain that Shannon might have gone to a friend's house or taken the children somewhere for the day. But as the minutes passed, those explanations began to sound less convincing. Outside the house, neighbors had started to notice the police activity.
Yeah, I can look at that and see. But it's so random because it goes off and on here lately. It gets false trips because it told me it was open when I got here. I know it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm at a loss for, I don't know where she's at, where the kids are at.
I don't see her first, but she's doing it.
Yeah.
All the people that showed up in the driveway and entered it were us.
I can look. What's that?
Your neighbor's camera.
Your neighbor, he has cameras. He said that the only people that left the house were you in the morning and then drove over shut and then was
Me.
us. That's all he has.
I dropped her off.
Okay. That's who the last thing I did. Okay. I'll see if I can get on that USA app or Chase app. See if I can get on it, please. I'll see. I will. Alright, here's Nikki.
Hello?
Dispatch Rec 91. You can cancel medical if they're staged.
Chris is the last person who talked to last time.
One neighbor later shared security footage with investigators, footage that showed Chris loading items into his truck earlier that morning. The video quickly caught the attention of officers. For investigators, this was a key moment. What seemed like a missing person situation was beginning to develop into a much deeper investigation. For Nickole, the realization was heartbreaking.
Rolls off of it. Like, she doesn't let me do the finances because I was pretty horrible back in the day, so she just kind of handles all that and she does it. And I have the apps on my phone, but I don't have her log in to get into it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's...
Can you log into your account though?
I can... No, I don't have we don't have a laptop, but she has the one downstairs still. But her login, I don't know her login. Like, I know her password, but I don't know her login for user or anything. It's always the same password, 4281915 capital SW. But it's just a matter of getting the login.
So you have it first, it would show activity if she...
Right, if she's getting gas or...
Yeah, somewhere.
What days does she typically do work?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah, always.
What was the name of the company again?
Lebel. Lebel.
Where are they based out of?
Texas. But they don't have like a... Yeah, they don't have like an office. It's just always
Does she have someone that she reports to though?
She has her leaders, but they're both in northeast part of the country. Like that, she has Addie Maloney, she has Amanda Aikman, she has Sam Paisley.
Okay. What, do you have her phone number?
Addie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say her last name was?
Maloney, M-O-L-O-N-Y.
The friend she had dropped off safely the night before was now missing, and the answers were becoming more troubling by the minute. What would happen next would soon reveal the truth behind the disappearance, a truth that would shock the entire nation. As the investigation intensified, the role of Nickole Atkinson became clearer to everyone involved. What started as a simple act of concern from a friend had now become the moment that set the entire investigation in motion. If Nickole had ignored that uneasy feeling earlier that morning, the timeline of events might have unfolded very differently. Instead, she trusted her instincts. Investigators soon began examining every detail surrounding the disappearance of Shanann Watts and her children. Evidence inside the house, witness statements, and security footage from neighbors all started to form a clearer picture of what had happened.
We usually park out there there on the side. I just want to get everything back in. Be easier, so lugging everything out there, all the tools that I had to bring in. What else can I do with this?
My detective just showed up, so he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call at the bank and see if there's any kind of activity.
Because if there is any sort of action out there,
His camera's
I would have got it.
Like
Right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that, and I had parked my truck
I had
over here.
to park right here.
Yeah. So someone,
See if
I could
anything
see where someone tried to jimmy with a flathead screwdriver over there, and it was just like.
But if any action would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would
Yeah, if
have
it would
got it.
have been like right in that area, it should have picked. I mean.
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
You know where that tree there too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Watch, I'll show you. There's nothing.
As questioning continued, the explanations given by Chris Watts began to fall apart under scrutiny. The more investigators looked into the situation, the more inconsistencies they discovered. For Nickole, the realization was heartbreaking. Just hours earlier, she had been laughing and talking with Shannon after their late-night trip home. Now, the friend she cared about so deeply had vanished without explanation.
What's going through your mind right now?
I don't know where my kids are. I don't know where Shanann is. It's not something I could ever fathom would happen in my lifetime, and I have no inclination of where she is. Yeah. We've reached out to friends, family. Both of our families are back in North Carolina, so they're beside themselves. Like, we all have friends in North Carolina. We have friends here. We have friends everywhere, and not knowing like where she is or where the kids are, I don't know what to do right now. I just feel so alone in this house right now, and I don't know where to go from here right now.
And you said you had to stay here by yourself last night. When I opened the door, it's like you're almost like.
I mean, my heart's racing a mile a minute. I mean, everything that's happening the last few days, it's earth-shattering right now. It's like my world's been turned upside down. It's like I have friends that have offered to I didn't feel like I should have left last night, like just in case, like maybe she came back, maybe the kids came back, maybe something happened, maybe there's a knock on the door. I wanted to be here. I didn't think last night was a good time to stay with anybody else, or, I mean, I want friends to be here with me because that just makes me feel better.
And how do you think the police have responded so far?
It's been amazing. They've been in constant contact. Frederick Police Department, detectives, officers, sergeants. They have the dogs coming through to get scents. I mean, they've been on top of everything. Missing persons reports. Everything's been. They've been.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
She said she was going to her friend's house with the kids, and that's the last thing I heard. And that was it. It was very vague, and it was very. I don't have no inclination of where she is. Every friend that I've called that has a car seat that could have come and got her.
And you saw her yesterday morning?
Yeah, I saw her yesterday morning. She got back from the airport, and I mean, she has to be somewhere. In my heart, I believe that she is somewhere, and I hope that she is safe.
Search dog go in your house right now to get a scent. A line of police cars.
I'm so happy that they're here right now doing everything that they can. It scares the living crap out of me right now, just knowing that it's come to this and that she didn't come home last night with the kids. Like, Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, if you're out there, please, just come home.
And you, yesterday, when her friends were calling frantic, something in you said, well, she'll just be home.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like her not to answer a phone call or a text. And when her friend Nickole showed up, at the door, I was just like, all right, something's up. And I came home, and it was like I walked into a ghost town. Like everything, she wasn't here. Kids weren't here. It was just they were here and then they were gone.
Yeah. And did you see the kids in the morning too?
Just in the monitor.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you leave really early.
Mm-hmm.
But because Nickole acted quickly, calling, showing up at the house, and requesting help when things didn't feel right, authorities were able to begin searching immediately. Many people later said that her actions demonstrated the power of trusting your instincts. Sometimes a small voice in your mind tells you something isn't right, and listening to that feeling can make all the difference. In this case, Nickole's decision to follow her gut ensured that the situation was taken seriously right away. Today, her actions are often remembered as the moment that prevented the mystery from going unnoticed for longer and helped investigators begin uncovering the truth. Her concern for a friend became a critical turning point in one of the most widely discussed true crime cases in recent years. If this story moved you and you want to hear more detailed true crime stories and breakdowns, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next video.